Every entrepreneur that wants to go global need to create a community that supports him to go global. So sometimes you don't need to know everyone, but you need the people that know everyone. You need these connectors. You might want to go and sell in France and you're in Turkey. How can I don't know anyone in France. But do you know people that are in France? Do you know communities that are connected to communities? So if these entrepreneurs build around them a network and a community that is connected, they are going to become connected through their connections. So we talk about Lebanese being resilient, but they are resilient for a reason. So there is a lot of ambiguity, there is a lot of changes. It's a learning country.
Hi, Ursula. It's so nice to have you with us today on Venture Vibe.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Before we talk about Lebanon's role in global entrepreneurship, I would love to start with your personal story, actually. Could you start by telling us a little bit more your journey?
Yes, with pleasure. So I'm Lebanese. I started in Beirut. Then I went to Ecuador, to Latin America. I stayed there for 14 years. So I started working with entrepreneurs by accident there. I was working at a university. I was offered to work in a newly created entrepreneurship center in 2004. So I coordinated it. I learned about entrepreneurship, and then I wanted to be an entrepreneur myself. So I started my business. It didn't work that well, so I had to go back and get a job. I went back to employment. I was director of the innovation office at the President of the Republic office in Ecuador. Following, I left again. I started an organization for certification, and then I came back to Lebanon in 2016. And since then, I work with entrepreneurs in organizational development, and I'm also the director of the Entrepreneurship Center at St. Joseph University of Beirut.
Perfect. It's really interesting story. How would you describe Lebanon's startup ecosystem? I mean, opportunities and risks.
Well, I think it's a very unique ecosystem because on one hand, it's facing lots of challenges, as you know. So we have political challenges, the risk they are facing, the crisis they are going through with infrastructure. So there are many challenges from political, economical, and so on that they are going through. Yet, this is a strength by itself because this would teach entrepreneurs how to manage ambiguity, how to solve problems, how to understand risk and work on them. So it's, let's say, our risk and challenges are opportunity at the same time to build up the character of an entrepreneur, but at the same time, there are many positive things. So there are the support they have for entrepreneurs. So there are many incubators and centers that are present, and they are growing. During the last 2 years, we saw an acceleration in the support organizations that are helping entrepreneurs. We have global programs that are being built to support entrepreneurs all over the country, financially, training wise, and technically. On the other hand, we can see a unique profile or potential of Lebanese. So most Lebanese are trilingual. They have very clear understanding of different cultures. We have a unique culture from our youth in solving problems. We've been through so much. And there are many opportunities for networking locally and internationally. So when we talk international, the Lebanese diaspora is unique, I guess, internationally. So there is this opportunity to connect with the world from Lebanon. At the same time, internally in the country, being a small country, we say everyone knows everyone in Lebanon. And it's kind of actually it is. So being in contact or learning about suppliers, partners, connecting with people it's more accessible than many other places. So this would give an additional opportunity for a Lebanese entrepreneur.
There are lots of opportunities. Perfect.
Yes.
What about, in what ways can Lebanon serve as a hub for entrepreneurs going global?
Yes. Well, and this is really interesting for you to say, considering a challenging location being a hub. And it's being a hub. And many people would ask, why would an organization come to Lebanon or set in Lebanon as a hub, facing in a country that is facing so many challenges? The talent density in the country, that's very important. We have a lot of engineers in Lebanon, medical students or experts. So we have a very high level of expertise. And usually companies are attracted to where the expertise is for their research, for their development, for their innovation. So there is a big hub of expertise located in Lebanon. There are many incentives, there are many programs that are built in Lebanon to support entrepreneurs, leveraging on the diaspora locally and internationally. And during the last years, we've seen the diaspora getting close to Lebanon in programs like LIFE or other organizations that are for Lebanese abroad. So these Lebanese are being more and more interested in supporting Lebanon, supporting its growth and connecting it internationally. So it's a natural hub where it is connected by the expats and by its population.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for sharing that insight. And this leads me perfectly to my next question. What kind of collaborations or support can foreign founders find in Lebanon?
You can find many. You can find the local programs that are created. So in every single region in Lebanon, there are programs developed to support entrepreneurs, local and international, being a one-stop place for investment, recommendations, support. You have the entrepreneurship ecosystem. So there are many incubators like Veritech that exist in many locations in the country, and they are attracting all these entrepreneurs. They are creating an ecosystem around them. You have the BDD that's physically in downtown Beirut that also supports many entrepreneurs. And then you have in each region an entrepreneurial hub. So just when you walk into an entrepreneurship hub where you have the whole community present, just by being there, it's a support. Adding the support that is being given to them, the location that is giving the support and funding, the competitions. It's impressive the number of competitions and programs that are happening in Lebanon and in parallel. Sometimes you look at them and you say, what should we recommend to students instead of going to 5 programs at the same time? What are the priorities? How can we distribute them? There is so much happening. And the international programs with EU, with EBRD, and other international organizations that are being implemented to support the local startup and SMEs and international entrepreneurs that are coming to Lebanon and setting here. So we can see the local support, the ecosystem model, that I think it's the most important thing foreign entrepreneurs, not having one support or one reason of success, but having an ecosystem that's there, that's where he can connect, and the international programs implemented in Lebanon.
It's very helpful. You mentioned about students, governments, and international organizations. So do you have any example of startup, government, and international partners working well together in Lebanon?
Well, there are many. I can think about a program with EBRD that is supporting the collaboration for innovation, supports innovative programs and products with collaboration between different actors, including academia, government, and small businesses or entrepreneurs. You have programs with the EU, and there are many programs related to agri-foods that are supported, and there is the legal part that is with the presence of the government supporting it. You have small businesses, and you have the education and the international partners. You have the Erasmus programs that require, especially big projects, to have the different stakeholders present and involved in the programs to support entrepreneurs. There is a program that's really positively functioning that's called Lebanon Innovate, where there is the government, companies, universities, and they are focusing on technology transfer, innovation, and development through new products and through intellectual property, which is very important and valuable for Lebanon. There are programs with we had various programs with USAID previously, and with different international agencies. We have with the GIZ, with Oxfam, and most of these programs, I don't know if it's unique for Lebanon. I'm sure it's in many parts, but especially in Lebanon, there is a focus of ecosystem view and partnership. If we want a sustainable program and if we want continuity, we cannot have something with one shot. And if it's not a one shot, it needs a community around it. And the community is built by having the different actors from the government, from the education sector, entrepreneurs, all working together with the international community for development. And this is a way of thinking in various of the programs that are being implemented in Lebanon.
That's very helpful to know. Thank you, Ursula. What advice would you give Turkish startups on building international connections?
Every entrepreneur that wants to go global need to create a community that supports him to go global. So sometimes you don't need to know everyone, but you need the people that know everyone. You need these connectors. So where are the spaces that are connectors? So you might want to go and sell in France, and you're in Turkey. How can I don't know anyone in France. But do you know people that are in France? Do you know communities that are connected to communities? So if these entrepreneurs build around them a network and a community that is connected, they are going to become connected through their connections. And whenever we look at connectors, because they are connected in a successful way, they can lead into the successful way to connect. So if you know companies that are actively working with France, that's a success case. So what have they done? How did it work? How can they support you? So look at these connectors. And if you don't know a company that works with France, do you know someone that knows someone that works with France? How can you get there? How can you connect with them? So that's where the importance of presence of entrepreneurs and events, activities, programs that help them connect. It builds their knowledge, but as well build their network. And the network is key for success in any globalization strategy. So my most important recommendation is to build these bridges, is to be present in as many places as possible where they can connect, network, and create these opportunities.
I totally agree with you. Networking and community building is the key for global entrepreneurs. My last question. If a foreign founder came to Beirut, your city, what's the one thing they should know about doing business there?
The one thing they need to know is be ready to work with ambiguity. And this is a training not only to be in Lebanon, but it's a training to understand the global market and all the changes that are happening. So we talk about Lebanese being resilient, but they are resilient for a reason. So there is a lot of ambiguity, there is a lot of changes. And additional then from the changes that are happening on a global level, we have additional challenges we're going through. So it's a learning country. We talk about learning organization. It's a learning country. So they need to be ready, one, to understand ambiguity, to be able to adapt, to change, to find solutions to every challenge they are gonna go through. The second thing is to build a connection and network. So, and I go back on this topic that is very important because in Lebanon, it's a key element. It's a small country. They are going to connect a lot. So doing business disconnected, it's very complicated. You need to connect, you need to meet people, you need to learn, you need to be part of the ecosystem. So if they are going to come to Lebanon, they cannot be a isolated organization. They're going to be a connected organization, and they will have to work a lot on this. So I would recommend these two things. Focus on networking and on managing ambiguity.
Thank you so much, Ursula. Your insight on collaboration and global opportunities have been incredibly inspiring. And I'm sure, we are sure, our conversation will help main entrepreneurship in our audience. Thank you so much.
A great pleasure.
Hope to see you again.
Looking forward to seeing you again.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.